Hello, and welcome back. Last time we left off, man, I don't even remember anymore. The game's getting so forgettable. What did we do? We played a bunch of quests that broke. I remember that. And we did Andresia's quest, which was okay, but that also kind of simultaneously broke, or I broke it somehow. Hopefully that doesn't have any consequences later. But I have been, well, I haven't really been too busy on the game, but I've made I've made one new ship. So, this is the new ship. It's effectively, it's a Saber from Halo Reach. Because I mentioned it when I was playing Halo the other day, and the Saber kind of showed up in the loading screen or something like that. I can't quite remember. But I said, man, I wonder if I can build that ship. And let me tell you, you can. And I've seen a lot of people making builds for this, and they look terrible. This is as good as I could get it. And I think it looks pretty nice. We'll see it up in space in a second, probably, but there is actually a mission that I would like to show off. Or not like to show off, but there's a mission that has piqued my curiosity. And this ship is also very small, yet it has like a crew of 8 somehow. I don't know how I managed to pull that off. I also think it's funny, there's little bits of... Some things do kind of poke through. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be there normally. No, it is not. So this is part of the, this is actually part of the, oh, what's it called? The landing gear. But it kind of fits pretty nicely into the ship. Like, it stops at, like, logical points. And it just, I don't know, it kind of flows pretty well, but that is kind of the problem when you're fusing parts of the ship together. You will get some interior issues. But there really shouldn't be that many.
It's good to see you.
Like, I think that, and then maybe up here? No, not even up here, because, like, I know the whatchamacallit piece, fuselage, whatever, is kind of getting interfered with up here, but I guess it just doesn't clip.
Do you need me
so that's
somewhere?
nice. Yeah, you know what? I guess you can come with me for this one. And we haven't actually talked to Autumn, so we might as well see
Here
what
to
she
give
has
some
to
orders?
say. Mind if I ask you some personal questions?
Yeah, I'd like that.
Okay. I'd like to know more about your family and your interests. Not really much to go off of here, huh?
That works for me.
Oh no, here we go. Did you grow up in Aquila City?
Nah, I'm a ship rat. My parents were traveling merchants. They raised my siblings and I in the space lanes. Aquila was
sucks.
sort of their home base, though. We stop by every few weeks to resupply. I think of it as my hometown, especially now that I'm a ranger. Most of my siblings ended up settling down there, too. Well, everyone except my sister, Jade. She's still, you know, doing the smuggling thing.
Interesting. So you're Autumn and your sister's Jade. I'm guessing your parents are nature lovers?
Yeah, they are. Jade and I aren't the only ones with names inspired by the natural world. My other siblings are Blossom and Shale. Personally,
Oh, Blossom.
I think it's a sweet tradition.
That's an awful name. Would she grow up to be a porn star? And Shale. That's a weird one. That's a weird one. How do your siblings feel about it?
Blossom and Shale have always loved their names, but
Really?
the whole thing never sat right with Jade. That's just like her, though. She always wanted to stand out.
Yeah, but at least Jade's a real name. If you have children, you think that tradition will continue?
Yeah, I'd like to. But that's a long ways off. I have plenty to do before I settle down and start a family.
Well, you can't say it sucks, damn. Well, it sounds like you inherited their love of nature.
I sure did. The day I stop being amazed by all the flora and fauna out there is the day I'll hang up my hat and retire for good.
Maybe I should do that. I'm sorry, there's hardly been any places that really amazed me. Most of the worlds in this game are just so bland, boring. Your parents still travel?
No, not anymore. They retired to Aquila City a few years ago and passed on the business to Jade. I think they hoped the responsibility would be good for her. Joke's on them, I guess.
Well, how many siblings do you have?
I have 3. My brother Shale and my sister Blossom both live in Aquila City. Shale works at the Laredo factory, and Blossom's a nurse. And then there's Jade, of course. You met her at Red Mile.
Yeah. Well, it seems like an interesting way to grow up.
Oh, yeah. For a kid interested in biology, growing up on a ship was a total dream. I got to see new plants and creatures all the time.
Wow, she does actually have a lot. Have you always wanted to be a Freestar Ranger?
Yep, ever since I was a kid. I've always known I wanted to do a job that made the space lanes safer, and becoming a Freestar Ranger seemed like a natural fit.
Have you enjoyed it as much as you thought you would?
I sure have. It's a real pleasure to keep my home system safe. And I like that I get to travel for work, too. It's given me a chance to study the ecosystems of most of the planets near Aquila.
You feel like your work's made a difference?
I wouldn't have stuck around if I didn't. I like to think that Freestar space is a little safer for your average traveler because of me.
That's a bit presumptuous of you, but I guess that's kind of the point of the Rangers, isn't it? Well, I think the Rangers are lucky to have you.
I appreciate that, Deputy. I'm not perfect,
Deputy?
though.
I'm not a deputy anymore.
I've made some mistakes that have gotten people hurt. But I've always tried to do right by the Freestar Collective.
That's weird. She called me deputy, but I'm very much a ranger. You tell me more about your sister, Jade?
It's complicated between Jade and I. She's a smuggler, which makes my job as a ranger that much more difficult. It's complicated between Jade and I. She's a smuggler, which makes my job as a ranger that much more difficult. She inherited our parents' trading business when they retired and turned it into a smuggling operation. I can't tell you how many times I've thought about reporting her, but I can't quite bring myself to do it.
Reporting her's the right thing to do. Are you too close?
We are, despite our differences. She's made some bad choices, but I still love her. We still try to see each other as often as we can. She even made a point to come to my induction ceremony when I became a ranger. That meant the world to me.
Huh. The other rangers know about her?
Not really. I don't think most of them would understand that I can be loyal to her and to the rangers at the same time. I still wrestle with that myself, to be honest.
Yeah. And why did your parents give her control of the business?
Jade's the oldest, and our parents thought the responsibility would be good for her. They had no idea she was going to become a smuggler. It broke our poor mom's heart.
Oh, so they know. So it's not just you reporting that we have to worry about. Well, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't report on your own sister.
That's what I've been thinking, too. Family's important to me. It doesn't seem worth it to report her just for the sake of my honor.
Yeah. What inspired you to study biology?
It's kind of a funny story. My name's what inspired me. When I was a kid, I once asked my mom if trees changed color in the autumn because of magic. She bought me a book and told me to figure it out. I learned about photosynthesis and how leaves change color in the autumn because there's less light. It taught me that biology can be just as astounding as magic. I've been hooked on studying the natural world ever since.
Oh, I can actually... Okay, cool. How old were you when that happened?
I was 10. Way too young to understand all the scientific terms in the book my mom gave me.
Well, I don't know. Like, they kind of start you on science when you're 10, right? 10's like, what, third? Third grade? First grade? Oh, God, I don't even remember anymore. No, first grade is not 10 years old. I want to say third. It's like second or third. And that's typically when they start science in, like, third grade. At least I think that's when they started for me. I can't remember. Do you think of yourself more as a biologist or a Freestar Ranger?
Definitely a ranger. Studying biology is just a hobby. Being a Freestar Ranger is my calling. I wouldn't trade my badge for all the stars in the galaxy.
Yeah, I accidentally sold mine once. Well, there's nothing more magical than a thriving ecosystem.
Anybody who says otherwise is kidding themselves. I'm glad we're both so interested in biology. It makes traveling together a whole lot more interesting.
I'd like to ask something else.
What's on your mind?
Ah, there we go. Okay, they actually accounted for it. Why do you keep calling me deputy? I'm a ranger now.
Oh, has it been bugging you? I don't mean any harm. It's just a nickname. It reminds me of the first time we met, when you were just a newbie.
Most of my crew calls me Captain. Well, maybe I should come up with a nickname for you, too.
Go ahead. Do your worst. I grew up with 3 siblings. Whatever you come up with, I'm sure I've heard it before.
It's gonna give me an option. Oddball McMillan. Oh, that's so mean. You seem like... Why would I call her myself? That's so weird. Plants for brains is kind of mean. I like Oddball McMillan, actually. Deputy is kind of redundant. I'm gonna go with that one. Suit yourself, Oddball McMillan.
Hey, that's Ranger Oddball McMillan to you, Deputy.
Alright, that's enough.
Thanks for making time for me.
Yeah.
Having a good day?
Hold on, yeah, come with me.
I'll
Follow
keep
me
an
for a
eye on
while.
you out there.
Be safe out here without me.
If you insist. Come find me if you need my help.
Wait, what happened?
You need something from me? Don't do anything I wouldn't do out
interesting.
there.
Let me guess, you'd be a lot better if you had a bigger book allowance.
Well, where's Sam? Everybody
Wanna
should
hear
be
one of
down
my
here.
stories?
What do you say?
Or do you have one to tell me?
Barrett, there's a chair. You can sit on the chair. You don't gotta sit on the storage
Mom
crate.
says later this
Actually,
year
I'm
we can
actually gonna
spend a
take
whole
Sam.
week together.
Of all the places in the galaxy, only Neon can make me feel so damn oily. And you dealt with its absolute worst. Ryujin, Infinity LTD, all of it. You doing all right?
Oh, oops.
That was a lot.
I totally forgot about this. Well... I don't think I could have taken much more.
Well, it just makes you human. How come no matter how advanced society gets, we still just can't help coming up with new horrors to inflict on ourselves? Mechs, xeno-warfare, and now this neuroamp tech. Swear, it's the worst yet. Thank God you put a stop to it.
Yeah, is neuroamp tech really as bad as the others?
It's worse, far worse. The other
Oh, I
tech is
agree.
capable of untold destruction, but with the neuroamp, they can take away your very body. They can make you do any damn thing they want. I can't think of anything more terrifying.
Yeah, nothing good would have come from the neuroamps.
Amen to that. With a piece of work like Ryujin, I know there isn't a good person to put in charge. I mean, I guess Masako's better than Ularu Chen, but you
Oh,
just know
certainly.
if violence or being just plain evil was the path of least resistance, then Masako would pick it same as Ularu.
You act like I could pick somebody else.
I know, it's unfair. The whole situation just makes me want to punch a wall. Well, the whole
right,
damned affair is
Kyle.
over. Thank God. Heaven is having a smooth-running ship with a crew of friends.
You ready to head back out?
I'm always up for adventure, friend.
Well, if that's what you really want.
She seems so disappointed. Yeah, I typically save interactions between, because, like, Hadrian has no interactions quest-wise. Autumn has no interactions quest-wise. Really, I think the only people that do actually say things are the main companions. That's it, which is a little disappointing. We'll talk to Sarah later because of reasons.
Story time. Love it. Neon. You think it would be peaceful with all those calm waters and beautiful sunsets. But I can't think of any town that's more stressful. Reusion. Infinity Ltd. And there you were, navigating corporate bureaucracy like a professional.
Not now. I'm just glad it's done. I couldn't take much more.
I hear you. Look, I know Neon is going to be Neon, no matter what any of us do about it. But I'm glad you put a stop to that neural amp tech. Nothing good was going to come from that.
I would have given... I don't like corporations, no. Well, I mean, the fucking mega corporations in this game are, like, absurd and ridiculous, kind of similar to how Outer Worlds is. But this game tries to take itself a little bit more seriously. And fails, but... yeah, there are no genuine good corporations in this game, except for maybe Laredo, but even then...
Is everything okay?
Yeah. It would have given Ryujin too much power.
They could control groups, armies. They could have become a military power. I guess we'll find out if we can trust them if you suddenly start coming after all of us, huh?
Why would you think that?
Oh, you know, just that experimental technology that you got installed in your head. Anyway, not that I care a ton about the internal politics of some ethically dubious megacorp, but... So, Masako, huh? I mean, between her and Ularu Chen, I get it, but you don't trust her, do you?
I don't trust any of them.
Well, I trust you, and I'm glad the choice was yours and not mine. Anyway, you didn't happen to pick up any investment tips while you were in there? Just kidding. I don't even want to know.
If you need something, I've got your back.
So real quick... oh, wait, isn't this the way out?
Now is
Oh
the
no,
best
that's
time.
just...
I need to talk with you.
that's just the boarding mechanism.
Wonder why Solomon named this place Aquila. You'd think I know the answer to that, but I don't.
Oh, and I'm still wearing the operative outfit just because I really like the Solid Snake look. It is just cool, but I'll switch back to the normal fit in a minute. But there is a mission. It's interesting that they reference that mission even though I failed it intentionally. Because I didn't even know that talking to Mr. Crowley was an option, because I don't know where the fuck he is. And I think that's just a bit of bad quest design. Like, it shouldn't have just straight up failed. There should have been a continuation of it. Like, you should have returned to her and said, I'm not sabotaging your husband's stuff. That's ridiculous. But we have a mission here on the Freestar board that seems unique. I have a special assignment. Come talk to Diego Moreno. Trust me, you'll be interested.
Visit Aquila. Popping back a beer, you never know who you'll meet.
I figured we might as well do this one because it seems unique.
I'm proud.
And I'm also not sure, I can't find a UC mission board, but I feel like there is one. But that is something that I do need to keep in mind, that there will be missions. There's Ryujin missions, there's special Ryujin missions. I'm assuming there will also be a special UC mission, so I'll probably be grinding away at that stuff off-screen, because those missions are just boring. But let's see what this one is. It's unique enough to pique my interest.
Aren't you a keen one? You've been hitting the Ranger mission board. Hard. I gotta ask why. Most of our newly joined aren't so damn eager.
Well, I want to make the settled systems a safer place.
Very noble. Rangers don't often get types like you.
You've worn the badge a while now, and still holding on to the ideal.
Just so you know, every post on the board was penned by yours truly. And we caught a break. Seems some of your missions are related. A puppet master type by the name of Tawny Adams was pulling the strings, and your work is flushed around. I figure, since you did the hard work already, you deserve the honors of dealing with her for good.
Is taking out Tawny an honor?
Tawny Adams is a crime boss, medium level. Rewards for dealing with her type are lucrative. And also, putting people like her down is the fastest way to reduce crime. Rangers have been known to fight for assignments like this.
Oh, we're just killing her. Well, sign me up then.
Excellent. She'll have company, so armor up, gear up, and probably bring a friend. I'd wish you good luck, but I expect luck's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Abandoned cryolab at Groombridge 2B. Okay. Also, let me take off this atrocious set of armor. And I guess I'll use the space AK for a second, because I didn't really get a chance to use it. Let's hit that jump. And it is interesting, Sam actually had something to say in that one. So yeah, this is the Saber. Very, very nice looking ship. It's pretty cool. I think this is about as accurate a build as you can possibly get for the Saber. I even colored it relatively similar to how it's supposed to be. I do think it's like a little bit more elongated than it needs to be, but at the same time, it's almost to scale. You can tell that the Saber is much smaller in Halo Reach, because the cockpit is basically where that slanted fuselage is. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see it. But that one right at the front that touches the actual cockpit, this one right here, that's basically where the cockpit is in Halo Reach. So it's more like a jet fighter. And this, still, like, this isn't that big of a ship. It's actually quite small. And I'm not even certain that this is going to be the final build of the ship, because I feel like the engines, the rear engines, could be much bigger, like a C-Class. I just don't know where I would put the grav drive for all of that, because you can clearly see the grav drive and the reactor both fused together, put in the back of the ship right there to save space. Because this was a tough build to work together. Like, there's cargo that's hidden in places that you can't even see, basically shoved into different pieces of the ship so that you can actually hide it. But man, this thing... It's fun. It's a fun ship. I enjoy it very much. Probably the fastest one I have, too.
Good to go for landing.
Ah, just look at that.
Listen, we're all alone here.
Yeah, it's a cool ship. I love it. It is always satisfying to make a ship and then just see it in action and flying. Actually doing space combat with it is another story. That part always sucks. But yeah, it's probably the most gratifying part of the game is building your ship and seeing it in the world. Especially when it's something like that, where it's like, yeah, that's from a different game entirely, and I was able to recreate it relatively faithfully. Same thing with the Ebon Hawk. Even though my version of the Ebon Hawk is much, much bigger than most other people's renditions. I would say other people's renditions are more accurate, but I like the way mine turned out. It feels more like a whole vessel. Alright, so I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of people here. Huh, is this water? Oh, it's ice. Interesting. A level 5 Ecliptic guy just sitting there. Huh. Oh! Yeah, he got obliterated. Damn.
Well, they don't need it.
They said bring a friend like this was gonna be difficult or something. It's only £5. It'll be worth it to sell. I just gotta remember to sell it. Oh wow, yellow computers. You don't see those very often. Ooh, comic book. Nice. Or magazine, I should say, not a comic book. That's a Fallout thing. Not that this isn't just straight ripping off of Fallout anyway. Alright, there's a vent here. Might as well take it. That guy's tough. Come on. There we go. Sam's still using the revolver. Nice. Eh. More vents. Okay.
Secure the perimeter. Secure.
They are so close.
Exercising caution. Engage.
Huh? What was that?
Huh? Where the fuck was he?
I lost contact.
Is this guy right behind us? I think he's above us. Anything interesting here? Oh. Oh, this is basically regarding why this place is abandoned. The cryo controls malfunctioned or something.
Scan the area. Stand down. Area secure.
I see a very clear, prominent flashlight.
Dying. Picking something up. Evacuate the area.
Dying! Ooh, that guy almost killed me. But I got a clutch level up there. That was close.
Grab everything useful.
Sealant, I'll take that.
I lost visual.
That door's frozen over.
Got you. You're gone.
I will say this AK feels better than most other weapons. Oh, I gotta pick it or have a key? Okay. Let's look around for a key. I'd much rather do that. Bunch of hazmat suits. Some more sealant, actually. Give me that. Alright, there's gotta be a key somewhere, right? I really don't feel like picking a whole damn lock. Is that master? Novice. There's probably nothing important in there. Oh, there's the bitch. Oh, they can shoot through there. Okay. Oh, clutch bounce. They got a bridger. I kind of don't want to fuck with that. That's terrible. Oh, cool. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, that was way too close. Come on. Just a regular, boring old helmet. Take those grenades. Place the ones I wasted a second ago. Anything else lying around here? Don't really look like it. Well, digipick. I didn't see a key for any of that stuff. Curious if there even is one.
You got eyes on him yet? Target fled the area.
There's still ecliptic goons walking around. They're definitely through that door, but I don't see a way. Oh, maybe I do. Where does this lead? Alright, that really didn't work. Do I have an explosive weapon on hand? Of course, yeah, the boomstick. Well, that didn't seem to work. So maybe it's really specific stuff. Oh, there's the key. Wow. Really gotta look around for that one. Oh. Where the hell am I now? Oh. Right back where I was a second ago, okay. Not really seeing anything. Big storage crate. Nothing really valuable in it, though. Okay, so this place is just a side room. There we go. Weird. Didn't work for a second. Okay, what am I missing? How do I get to the rest of those guys? Is there another access point I'm not seeing? Well, I mean, it's not too big a deal. We got what we came here for. We killed Tawny. So we can basically just leave. Yeah, because I'm not seeing any... Oh, no, wait. No, because this is just leading to the same access point. Okay. So a body here, more credits. Alright, well, I'm not gonna worry about it. We got what we needed. Okay, something blew up. Interesting. Is there a fucking way out of here? Oh, there it is. Not that we really need to come out this way, but I just want to double check real quick. So we got this little building over here. I'm assuming this would have been another exit. Ow. Yeah, because the switch is broken. Alright, well, let's head back. That was pretty easy. Pretty straightforward. I wonder how many of those there's gonna be. I mean, there was explicit dialogue for it, so that's That's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, Aquila City. Let's make this quick.
He really hates this place. I don't know why.
Oh, looks like we got another off in the world. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, just one quiet day.
Oh, I gotta remember to sell that Bridger before I forget, too.
We got a lot
Alright,
of bars
Diego.
in the city.
Welcome
All
to the
class
Rock,
ones.
I guess.
Well, except Aggies.
Tony Adams has been dealt with.
Justice never smells so sweet as when it's followed by a lot of credits. Listen, you keep chipping away at criminal activities and we are sure to pick up some more leads like this. So keep it up.
Okay. Yeah, so it is pretty straightforward. Keep doing the missions, you'll get more and more. I'm assuming they get progressively more difficult. Let's switch back to our casual attire real quick. I guess I'll take the hat off. Is there another hat that's like close that I can use? There we go. So let's go talk to Sarah. I'm sure she has some important stuff.
That's the Rock. Ranger Central. Not a bad bar, too.